So hello everybody, it's Filipe Barros here, your West Coast swing and solo dance teacher, and today's video is going to be a bit different. This is going to be sharing stuff now, talking and demonstrating a few things that I've been thinking about in my West Coast swing journey, which I hope will also help you and encourage you as well. So we're here in lovely Lisbon. Thank you very much, Carl, for being here in your wonderful studio here. And yes, things I've been thinking about is it's like relaxing and letting the body to have some natural movement when you're dancing. West Coast swing, I think it looks such a nice dance. It looks so cool. And there's so many ways of dancing West Coast swing, so you can bring in your own style into it. We often will see people dancing and we're like, oh, you have to move like that person, but we've all had different experiences in life, and so it affects, we have our own personalities you can bring into the dance. And don't be afraid, I would say, to bring in yourself, because only you are dance the way you do. So something I've been thinking about is when I'm doing West Coast swing, I try to have some nice body movements, because sometimes I watch myself, some of my competition videos included, and because I'm more nervous, putting pressure on myself, sometimes it feels like I'm more like tense and not so. And this might be a style you want to have, which is fine as well. Maybe if you're dancing as well to blues music, you might not have so much body movement because blues tends to be more focused on the feet. But I'm trying to sort of, yes, relax more, not put so much pressure on having to do things, but maybe, bring more of the body into it, whether it's like some body movement or the ribs moving, like this. So have an experiment with that. You can watch yourself in the mirror and see how it looks. You can add, for example, tilts of the body. We might just add some rib movement or rib shearing, as Miles and Tessa call it, and watch videos back of yourself. So I went to a great workshop by Simeon and Maria, and they mentioned they film all their practices and then they watch the videos back, and just watching it back helps just watching it back and not to judge yourself, be like, oh, I'm so bad at dancing. Just to watch it back, open mind. There'll be things you like, things you don't like, but as you're watching it, you start to realize things that you really like, other things that maybe you could work on, and then when you dance again, your mind already has these ideas, and you might start to change in the way you're moving into the ways you prefer. So try that as well. So that's something I've been working on that. And today we've been working some things together as well. We had a great lesson today. I was teaching a lovely private lesson to Hop. And we were looking at this idea of if I'm bending my elbow out or in, to do it under resisted release as a general rule. So what happens sometimes is that followers are going to sugar push, and as they're going into it, they're bending their elbows before they've connected with their leader. So if you have the followers to have their hands out here, I want to think about, I think it's a good technique to think about, where as a follower, I'm coming forwards, I connect, I'm pitched forwards, and now with that same sensation, I'm bending my elbows, but with that same sensation, I feel this forward energy, this compression, as opposed to coming here and bending with no compression. So we're working on that. So Har's been working on this. So if I'm doing a sugar push, we might connect roughly on 2 and. It's much nicer in my opinion than connecting on 3. And now we established this forward connection. And now from there, you can choose. Har can choose how much he wants to bend the elbows, keeping that resisted connection, resisted release. In that you go backwards, I can release here. We have our center counterpoint. We're doing our triple step. And as I stretch away, I can also release this, but it's under that we call this resisted release. I've mentioned this before in other videos. It's like I have a dumbbell, I'm lowering it down, but the muscle's still under tension. It's not just no tension in the muscle. Same idea here. We're connecting roughly on 2 or 2 and then under tension of both our muscles. In her case, she's coming forwards. I'm allowing her to come forwards, and that's it's under that tension of the muscle, but being released, resisted release, hence the name. So that's something to think about. And also when we do our stretching away moment, when we go to our 5 and 6, I also like to, as I'm stretching away, release that as well. And again, if we're dancing to fast music, I might have the elbows might be closer, but I'm still doing 5 and 6. I can still release it under tension. I used to notice that I would go into my 5 and this room come out really quickly, and I can see it wasn't under tension with my follower. So, but we're not tensing the muscles there. We're just slight tone in the arms. So that just feels so much more connected, I find, when I'm with myself and from my partner. But there's this expression in West Coast swing, feel me triple, where you can, when you're so connected with each other, you can feel the other person's triple steps, and it feels so nice. Or if you're moving the body as a follower or a leader, you can create it in your partner because they can feel it because you're so connected with each other. And that's one of the things I love about West Coast swing, is that connection, that sensation. But it's also important, I think, to remember that also that connection is not everything, and don't become obsessed with connection with everybody. But that's just a nice part to have within the dance, but continue as well, just in having fun, enjoying, connecting to the music and so on. So that's another thing I've been working on. Followers, so as well, another thing I think is important is that when you have these moments of, you might have an opportunity to add something in dance, like some walks. The leader's giving you an opportunity, maybe the leader has opened the door for you. The followers coming through is to give also that connection with your leader. So it might be a bit of downwards, a bit of lateral, just so they can feel all your steps as you're doing your walks. But you're always ready. The leader might want you to come forward at certain points, so be ready. Some followers might be doing their things, and then the leader's trying to lead them, but they're not moving, they're not changing their movement when they're just trying to fit something into the music. So for example, I could do a moment here, and then we might have, now because of my hands here, there might be an energy coming towards me here. But if it was like a traveling tuck, I might do a moment here, and now the follower might add something, but having that connection with the arm, so I can feel every step. And then the follower's always ready if I want to come down. I'm doing a diagonal line down with my hand, and so on. So followers, we're always trying to, ideally, we're trying to connect with each other a lot of the time to make, so as a follower, I've got an opportunity here, I might have a little downwards slightly from my elbow so they can feel my moments. If I want to tell my leader, I want to do something, I would like to do something a right side pass, I might also apply some extra tone, and then I might feel the leader, I can feel the leader now, got it, and they're waiting for me to do something, I'll do something. But the leader might not get it, so you're just going to have to carry on through it with their plan. But hopefully as you progress, the leaders you dance with also, with more advanced leaders, they'll notice there's a change in tone and you want to do something, and they'll allow you that space. Again, really good thing as well in West Coast swing. So another really good thing is follows when the leader is doing some turns, is not to set the frame. Some followers will set the hand up and it forces the leader to turn you higher up, when it's actually easier to turn you lower down with acceleration. Of course, the leader might set your hand higher and more out to the side if they want to slow you down, do a wider hoop around your head. But the follower should be aware that the leader, this hand should be flexible to go where the leader is planning to put it. For example, if I want to do like slower turns, I might do like wider here. But if I want to do a closer turn to my follower, to the head, it's going to be faster. So I can do an outside turn here and do a faster one. It's much easier when it's down there. So that's a good point. Often as well, when followers are doing a right side pass, they might also set a frame fixed and the leader's forced to dance that frame. Whereas it should also be nice and relaxed and permeable. It might go down here. It gives the leader more flexibility as well. They want to bring it closer to you, because I might want to do an underarm turn or a right side pass. I might want to add acceleration to it, for example. I might want to go 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, or more slower, 1, 2 and 4, 5 and a 6, or faster, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6. And now I'm going to try that with body movement, which is what we've been talking about in my first point. So it's a 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 1, and so on. So that's why I love this dance. There's so many things. So the final point I would say, again from a Simon and Maria workshop, is they were sort of saying when you're dancing, because for me I can think a lot and then put pressure, and always feel this pressure when I'm dancing to be doing this correctly, doing this and this. And they were very encouraging and said when you're dancing socially or competitions, for them, you can think about it not being learning time where you're working on stuff. That's more for your practice time. So if you have a practice partner or practice on your own, then you can start thinking and stuff. But when you're in social dancing competitions, stop trying too hard. Right? Don't put so much importance on it. Just dance, just move. I found that very encouraging. don't have these high expectations. I think it's along those lines. I think he was saying when he was surfing, I think he was trying so hard, and maybe he was very stiff and so on, but the instructor said, stop trying to surf, which was like, stop trying so hard, and then relax more into it. And Maria taught him as well, when she felt that he was trying less hard, she felt like, it felt more free. So interesting. So that's been helpful for me personally. So do let me know which tips you found most helpful, and if you have any of your own stuff as well. And I love helping people in their art of dance. It's such a beautiful craft. So I offer private lessons and in-person as well, lessons, or online. And we can work together, coaching you in your art. We can also do video analysis as well. I watch your videos. It could be practice videos or competition videos, or social dancing as well. And I can help you with that. So if you're interested, then you're welcome to contact me. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give this a like and to subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button below. And they're happy to get notified when videos are available. And don't forget to enjoy your dancing and to be yourself on the dance floor.